This is not my notes app. This is a graveyard of business ideas that never saw the light of day. Most business ideas die within your phone. Not because the idea is bad, but because starting it almost feels impossible. You need a designer for the logo, a photographer for the product shots, a copywriter for the website, a developer to build the store. And before you sell even a single product, you have already spent lakhs of rupees and months of time. So your idea never comes to life. But what if we could change that? In the next 15 minutes, I am going to build a complete e-commerce business from scratch. Brand, photography, store, copy, everything, using only AI tools. Most of them are free. And by the end of this video, there will be a live store that anyone watching can go to and actually buy from. And you'll have the exact step-by-step playbook to do the same thing yourself. The business I'll be building today is a protein brownie brand for fitness enthusiasts, a physical food product sold online. Now, I picked this on purpose because this is exactly the kind of thing that most people assume can't be started with AI. You need a kitchen, a recipe, a food photographer, a designer, and lots of time and money. But let's break that assumption. Starting with a name. And for that, I'm going to open Claude. And before I type anything, I want to show you something important. Most people use AI like a search engine. They type something lazy like, give me a brand name for a protein brownie company. And then they complain about the output. That is not an AI problem. That is a prompting problem. What I would prompt instead is, I'm starting an e-commerce brand that sells protein brownies targeted at gym goers and fitness enthusiasts. The brand should feel premium but approachable, like a brand a 25-year-old who goes to the gym 4 times a week would actually trust and pay for. Give me 10 brand name options, each name short, easy to spell, and work as an Instagram handle. After the names, tell me which ones you would pick and why. Now look at the difference. Because I gave it the customer, the tone, the constraints, and asked it to make a recommendation, it gives us something that we can actually use. This is the most important skill when it comes to using AI, prompting. The quality of what AI gives you is entirely determined by how well you brief it. If you treat it like you're briefing a smart employee, not simply typing into Google, it's going to give you phenomenal responses. Now, I am going to go with MacroBite for the name of our brand. It's short, it's specific, and it tells people exactly what it's meant for. Now, let's put in one more prompt to create the tagline. I'm going to say, give me 5 tagline options for MacroBite, a protein brownie brand for gym goers under 6 words each. Now, I really like this one. We'll go with gains never tasted this good. I feel like I've heard it somewhere, but anyway. So in 3 minutes, we got the brand name and the tagline. We'll keep moving, and now I want to create the logo. Now, I'm not going to use Claude for this, and that's on purpose. A lot of people think that using the same AI tool for everything is the way to go. Now, here's how I tell people to think about it. If you walked into a professional kitchen in, let's say, a Michelin restaurant, you would see multiple different types of knives. There's a knife to cut bread, one for meat, one for vegetables, one even for fruits. Now, can you use the same knife for everything? Yes, you can. But if you really want the same results as an expert chef, that's not ideal. Using one AI for all of your use cases is like using the same knife for cutting anything and everything. One of the things that separates someone who's good at working with AI from someone that's not is knowing the difference between tools that are good for different use cases. Claude is exceptional at language, but for logo, I need an imaging tool that is specifically good at putting text inside images, because that's where most AI image generators completely fall apart. Now we are going to use Ideogram, which is the best free tool that we have found so far for exactly this use case. Now the prompt that I will use to put into Ideogram says that give me a minimalist logo for a protein brownie called MacroBite. Dark chocolate, brown and electric green color palette, bold sans serif typography, and clean gym-inspired aesthetic with a transparent background. Notice what's in that prompt. We have style, colors, typography, and crucially, transparent background. That last one means that the logo will be immediately usable in multiple different places and no editing is required. This is how you write an image prompt. You think about what the output needs to actually look like in order to be useful, not just what it should look like. So now in 40 seconds, without a designer, we were able to get a logo that we can start using immediately and multiple variations that we can use across our brand. Now the skill to design has not changed. It has simply moved from knowing how to use specific tools to now how to direct AI with the right language. Now that we have the logo and the tagline, we move on to the products themselves. Now, this is the section that I am most excited about because this is where the video gets really interesting. We don't have any brownies here, obviously. But if we don't have a product to photograph, what do we put on our website? Here's what we do instead. We open Adobe Firefly. We are going to generate the product photos with AI. And again, we use a tool that specializes in doing this, which in this case is Adobe Firefly. The prompt for Firefly is going to be, give me a top-down flat lay of rich, dark chocolate protein brownies on a matte black plate. Scattered protein powder nearby, a dumbbell slightly out of focus in the background, soft studio lighting, professional food photography, editorial quality. Now, if you think about it, this image that we just got is probably what you would have to pay 15,000 rupees and spend a couple of hours to produce. We got it in about 5 seconds, absolutely for free. And notice what I did with the prompt. The brownie is the subject, but the dumbbell in the background is the small detail that makes a difference. That one prop tells the viewer exactly who the product is for without saying a single word. Now, the scene setting in an image prompt is as important as the product itself. Let me generate a couple more images. I want a protein brownie in square shape arranged in craft paper box with a small branded sticker, gym bag blurred in the background, natural morning light, lifestyle product photography, warm tones. And this is the output we get. We now have a full product photo library, meaning that for a product that doesn't exist yet, and this is the real takeaway, you don't need inventory to start a product business. You need proof that people want to buy. AI lets you build everything a customer sees before you've made a single investment into actually making the product. You can validate your demand and then invest into your business later. That's how smart founders and business owners think. Now, we are going to set up an online store for our protein brownies. For this, I'm going to use Shopify. Now, I already have a free trial on Shopify set up here for a store name called MacroBite. Now, before I touch the store, I need to write the product copy. Now, the copy is nothing but all the text that goes around your product. This is descriptions, details, other information that goes on your store or website. Since all of this is writing based, we are going to go back to the best writing model, which is Claude. Now, my prompt is going to be, write a product description for MacroBite protein brownies, box of 6. Each brownie has 15 grams of protein, 180 calories, made with whey protein and dark cocoa. The customer is someone who goes to the gym regularly and wants a high protein snack that doesn't taste like cardboard. Keep it under 100 words, make it punchy and conversational, then give me 4 bullet point benefits, each under 10 words. Now, look at what the prompt just did. I gave it the product specs, the customer specific frustration, the word count, the tone, and the exact format I needed. The output was structured and is ready to copy paste. That is the prompting best practice that you need to follow. When you tell AI not just what to write, but how long, what format, and other details around how it should actually look at the problem, that is when the output becomes immaculate. Now, I add all of this onto my Shopify store and enter all the other additional details for my product. Now, once you look at the store, you have the logo, the photos, the copy. From the outside, you would never have known that we built all of this in under 10 minutes. It's honestly quite empowering to know that all you need to know is how to use AI properly, and you can build a business right now from scratch with zero investment or any preparation. Now that we have our store, we need to start marketing it. So the first thing we need to do is create a launch post. So we go back to Claude because again, this is writing, and I write the prompt, write an Instagram caption for the launch of MacroBite, a new protein brownie brand. The caption should be casual with a gym culture tone and under 60 words. One clear call to action to click the link in the bio and include 5 relevant hashtags. What I'm also going to do is create a WhatsApp message for the launch. And the prompt for that will be, write a WhatsApp message to send a gym group chat announcing MacroBite protein brownies are now available for pre-order. Casual, like a friend texting, not a brand announcement, 1 line maximum, and include the store link placeholder. Now, the store is live. The post is up and the launch message is out. And all it took was 15 minutes. 15 minutes ago, MacroBite did not exist. Right now it has a name, a logo, a brand identity, product photos, a live store, and a launch post. And the total cost of this was zero. What used to take 3 months, a designer, a photographer, a copywriter, took 15 minutes and a few browser tabs. Now, does this mean that you have a successful business? No. The product still needs to be made, the orders still need to be fulfilled, the marketing still needs to find an audience, and all of that is still on you. But here's what has changed. You used to have to solve all of these problems before you could show anyone anything of substance, before you could even test if the idea was worth pursuing. That barrier is gone. All you need now is an idea and the know-how of the various different AI tools in order for you to launch and create a business from scratch in under 15 minutes. So if you have been sitting on a business idea on your notes app for the past however long, you have just watched someone remove that last excuse for not starting. So if you have an idea, start it today. If you know someone who's been sitting on a business idea for a very long time, share this video with them. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel and you can watch this video next.